Gotta use them. If you can't use them on wild game, use them on chicken. Or sushi. I did not get the fish.
So I'm following the sound. You hear it?
Super salty, super thick bacon. I'm not eating that. I think this will be good for a few days. So we stopped to just cook up some potatoes. That's pine sap. And if you look at it, it's very sticky. Pine pitch should light enough to help you get that fire started.
It's really smooth underneath. Awesome. Yeah, it's thick too. It's fresh. There's an older one. I just popped off one. See how big it is.
Holy, it was purple. So right here, we were caught in a flash flood, and where you see the road washed away and that parking lot, we were sitting right where the water was all flooded in the parking lot, and then as we were driving towards where you see that road washed away, we saw chunks of the road coming up as I drove over it, and for a second we got stuck in the flash flood. All right, so what do we do? This guy, is this the same guy? And I peeled out and I got out of it. But if I would have been in there a second longer, it would have washed my car away. And, you know, after this, I was like, okay, we'd better start to head back and regroup and prepare for our fall trip. Wow. Man, that was crazy. My pocket, actually, since I'm on a mountain, I'm going to put it inside my knife sheath. So I'll just slide this in there, protect my leg while I'm hiking. Like that. Protein. Still beat. There is Miss Leia. There is Miss Leia. Doing her studies. This doesn't count as a catch and cook, right? Catch and cook, but that one's mine with the ketchup. Because you put ketchup on hot dogs. That's how it goes. She's doing it wrong. Ketchup, relish, hot dog. That's delicious. That might be the best hot dog I've ever had. Huh. So is Boar's Head. So, in one of my last videos, I made this quartz point, quartz arrowhead, quartz spear point, out of cobble that I found on a trail. In an area like this, you could find stuff to nap. I could easily make a point like that out of something like this. This is an atlatl, means spear thrower. This is caribou antler that I glued into this stick. And you throw. I'll demonstrate that. See now, when you're hunting with these, let's say that animal's struggling, this thing pops off. This falls so you could grab it again, pick it up. This thing's running away, bleeding everywhere, with a spear point in it. I did some pretty good damage. That's a big wound. Just for fun. And I see a fish here. I'm imagining I see a fish here. Not losing that. So this is New England. This is freezing. I'm cold now. Okay, that's the end of that. I did not get the fish. So we're going for dry twigs, small ones for now. So, since this busted on me, we are going to sacrifice this for the fire, and I will be making a new video on how to make these soon. Anyway. You're really gonna like this. some barbecue sauce on the side here. This is probably the best barbecue sauce that I've tasted. So you could ask Leah, and she'll chime in, but I use this at fancy restaurants in front of the waitresses. I just start cutting the food with it. That would make a good bushcraft napkin. Every video where I'm eating like this, I'm like,
What do I do?
what do I do? Well, there's a creek right there. I could wash my hands in the creek.
I need to make bushcraft napkins.
Bushcraft napkins. Mullen leaf?
Yeah, I know. That's
Mullen
a
leaf.
of mine. I don't know.
I got one more.
The hairs might stick to you.
Got one more piece here. Something about me is I'm very pro do what you want to do as long as you're not hurting anyone, breaking laws. Like, this is perfectly fine to use if you want to use in public. You're not going to get in trouble for this. People just look at you weird. But that's fine. Let them look weird. Because it's funny as shit. I love making people look at me like, oh my god, what is this guy doing? I'm cutting chicken with a stone knife.
Don't see that every day. I do.
She sees it every day. Anyway, I'm done with my meal. I'll block out the sun here so you could see. So, to sterilize these knives, this is actually a mix of 50 and 90%. So I'm just going to pour a little on, rub it off. Make sure you get it out of the little grooves and cracks and stuff. And then I got a sponge. I'm just going to use the light side of the sponge to get all the chicken gunk and barbecue sauce off. Good to go. Still sharp, didn't dull it at all. Ow, but sharp, flint, ow. I do not know. It looks like the other stuff, but it's hard to tell when it's this color. Flint. Black flint. Look at that. Leah found awesome flint. Good job, Leah.
Right.
Oh man, look at that.
It's a good flake.
It's a little knife. Cool.
It's so pretty here.
I'll put this in with the others. Look at that though, jeez. What is this? Smells like mud. There you go. There's even a rainbow. It's definitely Chert. She's tough. There we go. Cool. Maybe I will show how to make an end scraper. It'll look like that. So stick around after we're done eating, and I'm gonna go fishing a little bit. I'm gonna drag her down to the lake. I gotta go to the lake. After that, I think I'm gonna make one of these. It's an end scraper. Now, on archaeological sites, especially Paleo-Indians, these were really abundant, and they really needed these to work, to shape their tools, to make their clothes and their hides, like heavy jackets and whatever they needed to survive the Ice Age, was super important. It's like a multi-tool. So I'm going to show you how to make that, I think. So stick around. After I fish, I'm going to show you how to make a scraper. That's good. Okay. Fishing. Take a minute to ignite. Check out that chip. Looks like it burned for a while. They're good fire starters.
Is that because of the oil?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Just don't throw a bear at a banana.
Don't throw a pear at a banana.
But throw a
Don't
banana.
do shit. Throw the banana at the bear, it might still eat you. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Sleep. The pond over there that I'm gonna try. I think I would catch anything. Check this guy out. Man, there he is. Alright, gonna toss him back. That's pretty cool. I caught him right in here on that bridge. Cool. First fish, tiny guy. So last night, I talked about making an end scraper today. So I'm gonna show you how I do that. If you're into primitive technology, primitive skill, you're definitely gonna wanna know how to make one of these. One of the things you want is a pretty thick piece of flint, because your end scraper has to be a very thick flake with steep edges. So I got this yesterday while I was looking around for flint. And this is a good piece because how flat this is, it'll make it easier. If I hit in right here, I should be able to get this whole flake off. So what you want to do is support this really strong, squeeze. And you find a ledge that's going to provide a very steep, thick flake. What I'm going to have to do is just break off these corners. And it should be about that wide. Try to be very gentle. Just to shape the back end. So what I was just doing was shaping the bottom end, because the back end is usually thin and then with that steep ridge at the top. Now if you compare here, it's getting pretty close. So I'm just thinning this a little. I'm gonna use a indirect method. Alright, so now we got the basic shape. Take an antler, and push in, and flake down. How I pop the flake off there. And then they would do the next one. All the way across. Where I put those flakes across is a flat edge. That's what you want. Now it's sharp. So we took this flake off here. You could see where it met up. And that's kind of the angle you're looking for when you make these. When it peels up like that, you have that working edge for the hide scraping. You could use it on wood, you could use it on bone, you could use it on hides. These were one of the most important pieces of a Paleo-Indian toolkit from 12,000, 11,000 years ago. You might think it looks very unassuming and small, but this is one of their most important tools. This is how they kept themselves warm. This is how they made their clothes. This is how they shaped their tools. And this is called a end scraper. So thanks for sticking around, watching us create this primitive survival tool. We'll be making more stuff like this and demonstrating how it works and why it works. And stick around. Hit that sub button, hit the thumbs up, and hit the bell icon so that you get notified when I upload, because a lot of people aren't seeing it. You miss out on stuff like this. See you guys.